Before I share my final predictions, I'm going to share how I predict the Barcha vs Manshine City match will go down. I believe that Manshine is going to win 3-2, with Bachara and Otoya each scoring a goal, and every relevant player on Manshine each scoring a goal as well. Bachara scores at least once, because of course he does. Otoya hopefully scores once because he's my favorite character. Chigiri scores at least once because I believe he can do it before his back gives out from how much he's been carrying Manshine. Rayo hopefully scores because I hope the idea that Rayo had for this match involves him going back to using a striker mode and doing something cool. I don't know. And finally, Nagi scores at least once because I doubt Nagi received all of this aura only to not score. With that out of the way, let's begin. Before going over my top 23, however, I'm going to talk about the relevant characters that I don't think will make it. This includes Ikiguri, Tokimitsu, and Nanase. Even though Ikiguri was sad that he didn't have a salary value at the time of him getting subbed off, now that the match has ended, there's probably at least one investor that took an interest in his proficiency in Militia. Tokimitsu fell off. And while Nanase did make some improvements to his play, I don't think it was enough to get him at 23rd or above. Kiora I have at 23rd with 27 million, because his whole shtick is being the borderline man, and he did get one assist. So even though that was his only meaningful contribution in the most recent match, I think it'll be enough. Fukaku is at 22nd, because the U20 team needs at least 2 goalies, I think, so said someone on Reddit. Raichi is at 21st with 30 million. Oh wait, I forgot about Fukaku's bid. Anyways, Raichi is at 21st with 30 million, because he did more than Tokimitsu, and that's enough for him to make it. Zantetsu is at 20th with 33 million, because he was able to use his speed to make some good counters and interceptions. Corona is at 19th with 36 million, because this was his weakest performance so far, and I feel like he'd be about here, okay? Okay. Sendo is at 18th with 37 million, Gagamaru is at 17th with 38 million, and even though he conceded 2 goals, he did get a clutch save. Nico is at 16th with 40 million, and I'm glad Otoya is finally, definitively, above him in the rankings. Yukimiya is at 15th with 41 million, and even though he barely played in this match, he put in a decent performance. Aryu is at 14th with 45 million, Hiyori is at 13th with 46 million, and even though he didn't get an assist this time, he did pretty good, especially in the part leading up to Isagi's first goal. Karasu is at 12th with 55 million, and that's because he, like Sentetsu, had some good plays. As for why he's above Hiyori, I feel like the fact that he's been playing in each PXG match since the first one will put him above the guy who only played for 1 match and a quarter. Now is what will probably be the most controversial part of the prediction. I have Aiku at 11th with 60 million, and Otoya at 10th with 67 million. And yes, this is my bias showing, but even I can't see him getting higher than 10th. Kunigami is at 9th with 75 million, because he got an assist and put on a pretty good show as DMF, but considering his previous bids were for him when he played as a striker, I don't think his bid will increase as much as it previously has. Just ignore the fact that I gave him a 25 million increase, which is higher than his initial offer of 24 million, and the second offer which increased his value by 23 million. Clearly I can't numbers. Rayo is at 8th with 84 million, and I have faith in his ability to pop off, hence the huge increase. Chigiri is at 7th with 90 million, because he's the MVP of Manshine, and it'll stay that way even after Nagi and Rayo finally get their act together. Bachara is at 6th with 120 million, because he's the MVP of Barcha, and it'll stay that way. However, I don't think he'll be in the top 5 because I believe this panel from chapter 155 is foreshadowing, at least in terms of who will be in the top 5, not necessarily the order of the players in the top 5, so here they are. Nagi is at 5th with 128 million, because even though I have faith in his ability to pop off, I don't think it'll be enough to surpass Baro. Shido is at 4th with 140 million, because I also don't see him surpassing Baro, even though he did pretty good all things considered. Baro is at 3rd with 150 million, Rin is at 2nd with insert large number million, and Isagi is at 1st with insert large number that's larger than Rin's million. I guess if I had to pick, it'd be 298 and 300 respectively, but I don't know how attractive Rin's several crash outs will be to investors, and Isagi having the same bid as Kaiser's initial bid might be crazy, but we'll have to wait and see.